Hi friends, welcome back to Garfin's creation. Another Christmas delicacy called Christmas Tart Rolls. The detailed recipe is in the description box below. So let's begin with the recipe. To begin with, we will make the dough first. This I have taken 50 grams of dalda, that is in room temperature. I'll be adding quarter teaspoon of salt and 1 tablespoon of powdered sugar. We will now whisk all these ingredients with a hand whisk. You can also do this with your hands. I will whisk this up till the sugar is completely melted and the ghee is nice and fluffy. This would take around 1 or 2 minutes to get nice and fluffy. To check if the sugar is melted, just take a little bit of it and rub it between your fingers. If you find it's still grainy, continue whisking it for a few seconds more. So now the ghee has become nice and pale and a little fluffy too. We will stop here and will add the Maida now. I have taken 250 grams of Maida or all-purpose flour. Now add that into the ghee mixture and gently rub it with your hands. We are basically mixing and combining all the ingredients together. This will soon become like a sand-like texture. So after a few minutes, you can see how it looks like. Now to knead this, I have taken half a cup of room temperature milk. Add the milk gradually and knead it to a soft dough. Depending on the maida, you may require more or less milk. So add the milk accordingly and knead it to a soft dough. This recipe is very similar to the previous tart recipe I have already shared on this channel. You will find the Christmas coconut basket recipe on my channel and I'll also put the link in the description box below. This is the basic tart dough recipe, so you can use this recipe even to make some savory tarts too. So our dough is now kneaded and I will place a cloth and leave it for 10 to 15 minutes to rest. It's been 15 minutes. Now let's make the tart rolls. To make the tart rolls, I have taken a long aluminum pipe and cut them into smaller pieces. These pipes are available in hardware shops. You can ask them to cut into smaller pieces for you. These are randomly cut to around 1.5 inches. You can also check the diameter of this pipe. After cutting, these pipes have been thoroughly washed and dried. You can also use the cannoli tubes which are easily available. I'll put the link for that too in the description box below. So now let's start making the tubes. The dough is rested nicely for 15 minutes. I will just knead it again for a minute. So now once this is kneaded again, I will be just rolling it with a rolling pin. I will roll this out into a large rectangle. And the thickness would be a little thicker than the normal chapati what you roll. These tarts become crispy after they are being fried. So don't make it too thin also, or they might even break once you release them from the tube. So you can just have a look at the thickness I have rolled this out. I will now cut this into long strips. The width of the strips should not be more bigger than the size of the tube. So I'll just place the tube there on the dough and measure and cut strips of that size. Do not cut it larger than the length of the tube, as we do not want extra dough hanging out from the sides of the tube. I'll be just marking them and cutting it out later. If you're using the cannoli tubes for this recipe, so cut the strips of 1.5 inch in width. After doing the marking, I'll just use a pizza cutter and cut it more deeper. You can also use a knife here. Now once this is done, I'll just gather the strips and keep it aside and place a napkin over it so that it does not dry. So now to make the tarts in the shape of a roll, just place the tube over the dough and roll it and cut it a little excess or a little bigger than the tube. Now just press one side so that it flattens a bit and does not remain thick. And I'll just brush a little water over it and press the other portion over it. Do not add too much excess water too, and seal both the edges. This is a place where it may open up while frying, so you need to seal it properly. Just pinch it together and smoothen it out. You can also roll it out on the counter so that you don't get much finger marks. Then to make the spiky effects on it, I'm using a clean scissor and just snipping off some places. I'll be cutting 3 to 4 places to give the spiky effect. So this is how it's going to look. Make sure we do not have excess dough outside of the tube. Making those spikes are optional. You can also leave these rolls plain as they are. Now I'll keep making them and placing them on a tray. You can check once more the thickness of the dough, and I'll make one more to show you. You can also keep the width of the dough a little smaller than the tube. In that way, the tube will release easily once they are fried. So I'll just press it and just brush a little water and fold the part and press it gently. Sealing both the joints is very important, so make sure it is sealed well. I'll pinch it and then press it and smoothen it out. We will have to prepare all the tubes in the same way before we could fry them. As you can see, after rolling, if you find there is extra dough at the side of the tube, you can snip it off with a pair of scissors. You can do it all round too, so that we do not have excess dough out. So now this looks perfect, and then we'll make those spiky effects. After they are fried, you can store them in an airtight box and do the filling whenever you want. You can prepare the tart shells well in advance, around 10 to 15 days before Christmas too. So now I'll prepare the rest of the tubes in the same way. So you can check out the number of tart rolls I've got with this 1/4 kg Maida. You can also bake this in the preheated oven at 170 to 180 degrees centigrade for about 10 to 12 minutes till they get a nice golden brown. But today we'll be deep frying them. For that I've taken some oil in a kadai and heated it. I have kept the flame on medium. Add the tart rolls into the oil a little at a time. And I'll continue frying this for around 3 to 4 minutes till you get a nice little light golden brown in color. This will take around 3 to 4 minutes, and do keep moving them so that they do not get burned. If you're using the steel cannoli pipes, you may have to reduce the flame even more, as they would get heated up more faster. This is a nice perfect golden brown color, and we'll take it out and let it cool. Let all the oil drain off from the pipe as well. I'll be frying all of this on medium to low flame. Lower the flame if you find it's getting brown faster. Once the rolls are fried, let them cool off completely. Once cool, we will unmold them. After that, you can store them in an airtight box and just fill them whenever you require it. These are all done now, and they're all cooled down. We will now unmold the pipe from the rolls. We will unmold them when they're only completely cooled down. If you find any of those excess dough around the tube, just remove it out and then just press it slowly so that it comes out. We will have to do this patiently and do not rush, as the rolls might break. These rolls are nice and crispy, so you have to really get them out carefully. So you can see how the tart rolls look. They really look nice. Only follow those little steps which I had demonstrated while making the rolls. You will get perfect tart rolls like these. Unmold all of it and keep it in an airtight box. Next, we will be making the filling for the coconut tart rolls. For this, I have taken 1 cup sugar in a pan and added 1/4 cup of water to it. We will stir the water and the sugar and keep stirring it till the sugar is completely melted. I'll keep stirring this on medium flame for around 3 to 4 minutes. Till then the sugar too will be completely melted. You can find this detailed recipe in the description box below. I have mentioned in grams as well as in cups. We will continue stirring this so that it does not get burned and the sugar melts faster. And now you can see the sugar is completely melted. Once the sugar is completely melted, add 1 cup of freshly grated coconut. Add in the coconut into the sugar syrup and mix that as well. While grating the coconut, avoid taking the brown parts of the coconut, as that wouldn't look nice in the rolls. I have stirred in the coconut well, and now I'll be adding 1/4 teaspoon of rose essence. This rose essence will give a nice flavor to these coconut tarts. Stir in that as well and continue mixing this on medium flame. As we keep stirring this, the mixture will start thickening up. Besides this coconut tart roll, I have many other Christmas recipes. There are sliced cake recipes too to try out. So I'll be putting the link in the description box and at the end of this video so you can have a look at them too. As you can see, gradually the mixture keeps on getting thickening, and it's been almost 5 minutes. And this looks like done. We will switch off the flame. So from now on we'll have to work quickly. I'll be taking this mixture and dividing it into 2 colors. Without any delay, I'll be rooming out some portion of the mixture, that is dividing it into 2 parts. One I'll be making pink and the other green. The remaining portion of the mixture, I'll leave it in the pan itself. The pan is hot, so the mixture will continue to remain soft. To make the green color, I have used green gel color and a drop of yellow. However, you can use any color of your choice. You can use pink with yellow or green with yellow. So now the colors thoroughly mixed, I'll start filling the rolls from one side. Use a small spoon to do the filling, and you feel the mixture is going out from the other side. You can just turn it and press it with a spoon back in so it remains straight there, and then leave it on a tray to dry. Continue filling all the rolls from one side. We may have to hurry for this as the mixture will start drying quickly. You can always ask someone to help you to do the filling, as that will help and make the things faster. If the mixture gets dry, don't worry. Keep watching. I will show you how to make it soft again. So now we're almost finished filling all the green color from one side. Now we will mix the pink color in the pan itself. The pan is still hot, and I'll be adding a drop of pink color into it and mixing it thoroughly. You can make this pink a little darker too if required. So now this is ready. I'll be using a small spoon and filling the other side with this pink coconut filling. I'll be filling the rolls a little faster. Try and fill as maximum as I can. So do take someone's help too if you're required to do this coconut filling, so it will be much quicker. And now you can see this coconut filling is got dried. My pan is still hot, so I'll be just adding 1/2 teaspoon of hot water, and I'll be mixing it properly so that it becomes soft again. If you still feel that it's not getting soft, you can place this mixture on the gas itself and stir it for just a minute or so, and the mixture will become wet again. Since the pan is still hot and I've added hot water now, the mixture has become soft again, and I'll continue filling the rest of the rolls with this mixture. Once you have finished filling the tart rolls with the coconut filling, let it remain on the tray and let it cool down so that it dries thoroughly. So I'll continue filling the rest of the tart rolls in the same way. I said earlier, if your mixture dries up soon, you can just place it on the fire and mix it again, and the sugar will melt and the mixture will become soft again. So now I have finished filling all of them, and this is how it looks. They are nice and crispy and dried too. As said earlier, you can always change and add any color you wish to. Let's break one and see how it looks from inside too. So I hope you'll be trying this coconut tart rolls this Christmas. Do try this recipe this Christmas and add something new to your Christmas platter. Thanks for watching and do subscribe to Garfin's Creation for more such lovely recipes. See you soon in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.